Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to SV Union High School and Junior College. Our subject today is Geography Standard 7th. We are going to discuss chapter number 10, Human Settlements. This is our first part of the video, children. So let us begin with the lesson by observing these diagrams or pictures and answering the questions. This activity is given in our textbook. So let us try to solve it. So let us observe the pictures given in figure 10.2a, figure 10.2b, figure 10.2c and figure 10.2d. And after observing these pictures, we are going to try to answer the questions given in our textbook, that is page number 63. So, first question over there is, what all can we see in the picture? 10.A is the picture related to rural settlement. So, in this picture we can see rural settlement with small houses made of mud are clearly seen, with a river flowing and farmland, big stretches of green farmland we can see in 10.A. 10.B is the picture related to city. Monorails, skyscrapers and a lot of traffic with vehicles moving around can be seen. 10.C are tribal hamlets with sparse population. Sparse means population which is spread out. If we observe 10.D, this picture shows us the town. In the towns we see vehicles moving around on the road, vendors and shops and small houses. So we can see the town atmosphere in figure 10.D. What are familiar features? All the pictures in all the above figures show us some type of human settlements. All the settlements are different and lifestyles are also different, but they show us different types of human settlements. Which picture shows sparse settlement? So, figure 10.2c shows us tribal hamlet which has sparse population. Which picture shows us agriculture? We see agriculture in figure 10.2a, that is rural settlement, which shows us agriculture. Which picture shows us dense settlement? So we can see dense settlement in figure 10.2b, which is a city. So city shows us dense settlement. And which picture shows us high-rise building? City shows us high-rise building. Now from the next question to us is, from this following assignment, assign a suitable name for the pictures, like rural settlement, tribal hamlet, towns and cities. So in that way we can label 10.2A as rural settlement and 10.2B as city, 10.2C as tribal hamlet and 10.2D as towns. With the help of this assignment that we just completed, we understand that human settlements have evolved in according with the natural condition, according to their natural calamities in their surrounding. Human settlement has evolved. Using the resources from the surrounding, man constructed their houses and started living in them. Rural settlement is the first step towards the stable life in human history. We all have learned that during Stone Age, when they learned to do agriculture, when they learned to carry out agricultural activity, they started living in groups and started living in one place for a long period of time, which gave rise to village settlement. Urban settlements have evolved. Evolved means have come up through the expansion and growth of rural settlement. There are large scale correlations between rural and urban settlements. Modernization, science, and technology lead to transformation in both types of settlements. So we can come to conclusion that human settlements flourished at places which had favorable geographic conditions such as availability of water, a conducive climate, fertile land, etc. People were dependent on the locally available natural resources. They gave rise to separate settlements of people engaged in particular occupation. According to their occupation, they got settled in various groups. People along the seacoast were engaged in fishing, so their settlements became fishing hamlets like Koliwadas. Forest dwellers or tribal people use forest produce for their livelihood, so they settled in the forest areas in tribal hamlets or Adivasi padas. Agriculture is practiced in fertile areas, so farmers build their houses or homes in or nearby their fields near the rivers or fertile land. The settlements where the majority of the people practiced occupations which are based on natural resources. Natural resources means all that is available there by nature are known as rural settlements or villages. Over a period of time, as time passed by, other occupations, slowly, other different types of occupations also developed in these rural settlements. And due to this, people migrated and settled elsewhere. Houses and facilities of building houses also developed, and secondary and tertiary occupations increased. This process led to the transformation of rural settlement into urban settlements. These urban areas grew into metropolitan cities when the population and necessary amenities increased on a large scale. And depending upon these natural conditions of a particular region, different pattern of human settlements came up. Rural settlement is the first step of man towards the stable life, and expansion and growth of rural settlement leads to evolution of urban settlements. Both rural as well as urban settlements have undergone changes due to modernization, science, and technology. As time passed by and various developments took place, changes in the settlements were also seen. There was transformation of rural settlements into urban settlements. The settlements where the original occupation of majority of the people were based on the natural resources were called as rural settlements. People in rural settlements practiced occupations like agriculture, fishery, pot making, cane work, etc. Over a period of time, other occupations also started evolving in these settlements, and due to this, people from the surrounding areas started migrating to such settlements, leading to an increase in rural population. Houses were built and different facilities developed to fulfill the requirements of this growing population. Secondary and tertiary occupation increased, and the proportion of people practicing primary occupation declined. This led to the transformation of rural settlement into urban settlements. Various religious, historical, commercial, educational, and administrative reasons, as well as tourism, also led to the transformation of original settlements into urban settlements. Let us observe this 10.3 figure and discuss these questions given. What is the difference between human settlements at A and B? Human settlements in figure A is nucleated settlement and in figure B is linear settlement. What is the difference between settlements at B and C? B is linear settlement and C is the type of tribal hamlet. Where do you find less than 2 houses? C is tribal hamlet having less than 2 houses. In what type of settlements do you live? We live in the B type of settlements. Next, we are going to observe figure 10.4 and we are going to try to answer the questions that are given on the textbook page number 64. Name some settlements shown in the map. We can see linear settlements, we can see nucleated settlements, we can see scattered settlements and we can see urban settlements. We are going to learn about these settlements in detail in our next video. Which of the settlements in the map are in scattered form? The settlements where facilities and services are not adequate. They are closer to nature and free from pollution. How are the houses in the settlements along the roads arranged? Houses are arranged in a line on both the sides of the roads. It is a linear settlement. In which settlement are houses close together? What could be the reason behind this density? Overpopulation, fertile land, availability of water and natural resources are some of the reasons behind the density of the settlement. Can you say, how can we classify the settlement on the basis of these pattern? We can classify the settlements in scattered, nucleated and linear settlements. We are going to learn about these different types of settlements in our next part of the video. I hope you have understood my explanation and I request you to please read the lesson. We shall continue this lesson in the next part of our video. Thank you.